Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Moonriver. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at the 4-hourly chart on Moonriver, as you can see, we're in a local downtrend here. If I take this parallel channel pattern and I drag this like that, you can see that we are in a channel down pattern. Let me change the color of that so you don't confuse it with the other channel up pattern. We'll have this as red. So as you can see, we are in a channel down pattern, and what we're waiting for is a move all the way down here to $9.05, which is also the first fib level of the Fibonacci retracement that we have set up over here, from the swing high in November 2022 down to the swing low in October same year. And if you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement, make sure you check out the link in the description. It's going to take you to a video where I explain how you can use the Fib retracement. So Bitcoin is pulling back down. We ran into a major resistance level here at the Fib, which is the 0.618 golden ratio. And now we're pulling back down once again. Potentially, we are setting up a nice double bottom pattern here with a nice breakout target to the upside. If it is going to play out, which I don't think it really is, we're potentially going to be looking at $11.30 if we break the neckline here at $10.50, which I don't think is going to be happening unless Bitcoin starts moving back up. And in all honesty, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to retest the 20 weekly EMA, which is around about $21,000. And altcoins are going to retrace as well if that happens. And I think altcoins need to do that, as we do need to see a healthy retracement. Now, channel down patterns are typically broken to the upside. So potentially what we could see here is a move to the downside, a bounce from the first fib level, and then a breakout from there. That is possible. However, we also have to consider the fact that this is not 100% accurate. If a channel down pattern is occurring, that doesn't mean that we're going to see a breakout from it. Usually we do see a break to the upside, just like the opposite happens with the channel up patterns. We see a break to the downside, and as you can see, that's exactly what happened, and then we went higher. So something like this could happen here, where we break down and then we consolidate and we start moving to the upside. So this right here is telling me that we are a bearish short term, obviously, and I'm looking for entries at around about $9 if you're looking for short-term to mid-term swing trades, and you can be targeting the 1.272 as well at $8.21. It's important that we don't lose this low that we printed in February, as that is going to be pretty negative, because on the grander picture here, you can see that we have a high, we have a low here, and we're basically printing higher highs and higher lows on the 4-hourly chart. So going lower than that February low is going to be very negative. So we want to potentially hold either the $9 price mark, or we can bounce off $8.21 and move up from there and create this nice double bottom pattern. That's potentially something that we're looking at. If I switch over to the daily chart real quick, let's take a look what's going on here. So on the daily, we're breaking below the 20 EMA, and as you can see, the 55 EMA on the daily is exactly where the first fib level is, and exactly where the support of the channel down pattern is. So this is going to be a very important level for us to hold. There's a lot of support there, so we're definitely going to see a bounce off of that, at least short term. If we come down that low, that means that if we come down, we're going to see a little retracement to the upside before we eventually go even lower, or we continue on from there if Bitcoin decides to do so. So that's what I have for the Moonriver chart. As you can see, we did take profits at $11.30, and this was a very good take profit zone. We did sell some there. We sold some with my patrons. We took some profits at $10.40. And even from that level, you're already sitting at a very nice discount here, around about 7%. And from $11.30, you were sitting at 15% pullback, and from these lows or from these highs there, you're sitting at a 27% pullback. So this was a good area to take some profits as you were very overextended from the 20 EMA, and on the RSI you were getting into the overbought as well, and there is a bearish divergence playing out where the highs on the RSI are going lower, but the highs on the price action are going higher. That's a bearish divergence. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. Jumping into the weekly chart on Moonriver, as you can see, we're running into the 20 EMA on the weekly. As always, I keep mentioning the 20 EMA on every single chart, on every single video. So this is a very important level on the weekly chart, and we ran into it as resistance, and we're back testing it here, and we're potentially pulling back lower. $8.50 looks to be a very nice area where we can pick up more Moonriver, because that's where we bounced off of in February at the start of the month. Or we could even go lower to $6.24 if the markets see a stronger move to the downside. Potentially, the stock markets are going to be having a strong correction in the next few months. Hopefully, I do hope so, because I do want to see a strong pullback in crypto where I can accumulate some altcoins. So I would say anything below $10 is very cheap for Moonriver, and you can send the tokens into staking. I have a tutorial on how to do that in the description as well. So yeah, that's the weekly chart. And the next time we're going to be breaking or going after the 20 EMA, I want us to break it and get back above it. And after that, we can target the 35 EMA, which is currently sitting at around about $23. But keep in mind, Moonriver is a lower cap altcoin, so we might see strong moves to the upside as well as strong moves to the downside, because it's much easier to move the price as the market cap is very, very low. Also, we're sort of breaking out of this potential falling wedge that we had here. Let me just add this. There we go. So we had this falling wedge playing out, and we broke out of it here. The target is sitting at $18. So that's something that we're going to be targeting. We're still off 80% from that target. So potentially we're going to get there on our second impulsive move to the upside. We'll see. Maybe by the time we get there, the 35 EMA is going to be around that area. Now, jumping into the weekly RSI, you can see that we're recovering from the oversold. So really not much data to look at here. We can switch to the 3-day chart. This can be a little more accurate. As you can see, the stochastic on the 3-day is moving to the upside. If we got here during that area, or during this period of time, if we got into this area, this would have signaled that we're pretty much getting very overbought on the 3-day chart, and we're going to be seeing a pullback down. So if we end up down here at some point in the near future, just know that this is a very good buying opportunity. And if you see Moonriver at $5, then oh boy, you're lucky, because if you're able to buy at $5, you're going to be very lucky. I don't think that's going to be happening unless Bitcoin sees a flash crash or we have a black swan event for whatever reason. Then yeah, you're going to be very lucky, because even $6.40 here was very, very cheap. And from that low, we already made 116%. So overall, I'm very bullish on Moonriver, and as you can see, we're getting good candles here. Look at these candles. So this is showing that a lot of people are buying, and a lot of big money is coming into Moonriver. So we had these sort of candles back in August last year, October last year, and now February this year. So maybe we are going to be seeing the all-time high prices sometime during the bull market. We'll see if that plays out. Maybe we're going to be looking at a $200, $300 Moonriver token. We'll see, but yeah, that's pretty much everything. For now, we're just pulling back down, hoping for a nice bounce off the 20 EMA on the 3-day chart maybe. Possibly we could go lower on the daily. Like I said, the 55 EMA is very important. If I bring out the 100 EMA, as you can see, it's also somewhere up in between these two. That's the white line. If I bring out the 200 EMA, that's way above us. And the 150 EMA is exactly what rejected us in the first place here in February. So I have a bunch of EMAs here that you can take a look at, and those are good EMAs to have as resistance and support levels. So I have the 200 EMA, the 150 EMA, the 100 EMA, the 80 EMA, 55, 35, 20, and 10. So these are all the EMAs that I use for short and long-term targets, because they are gonna give away some of the levels there. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you all for watching. If If you want to check out my Patreon, the link is down below in the description. I share my portfolio, I give you exclusive podcasts, I take a look at your requests, and a whole bunch of stuff like that is going to be on Patreon. And if you want to check out my Twitter, that's going to be linked down below as well. Thank you for watching and have a great day. I'll see you in the next update.